If you pay income taxes in the district, you may want to wait before you file. A bill passed by the Republican-led House and now before the Senate could overturn parts of D.C.'s current tax code for individuals and businesses.
Local and congressional leaders say this could cause chaos for taxpayers. Our Mark Seagraves explains how it would also delay tax season in D.C.
When Congress passed President Trump's One Big Beautiful Bill last year, the legislation impacted some local tax laws. Several states chose not to implement some of those provisions in their local tax code, a process called decoupling. The district was one of those jurisdictions that decoupled some of its tax laws. Republicans in Congress have moved legislation blocking D.C. from doing that. Democrats in Congress have pushed back.
This will just wreak havoc on the overall system because the people of the District of Columbia have already begun filling out, in many cases, their tax forms.
The House has already passed its version of the bill along party lines. Now it goes to the Senate. District officials say if the Senate approves the legislation and President Trump signs it, it will throw D.C.'s tax season into chaos.
It's nothing short of deliberate administrative and fiscal sabotage.
In a letter to Congress, the district's chief financial officer, Glenn Lee, warned the district would need to suspend the current filing season to update tax forms and guidance, a process that would take months. Mayor Bowser and Chairman Mendelson sent their own letter explaining disapproval at this stage would create huge administrative challenges, require taxpayers to refile their taxes, render existing guidance and forms obsolete, and necessitate rapid mid-year changes to tax administration systems. It's unclear how quickly commercial tax preparation software could be updated to accommodate such changes. District residents and businesses would likely experience confusion as well as delays.
Be totally disruptive to tax administration. I want to emphasize that the disapproval resolutions have absolutely no effect on the federal budget or federal operations. As of the end of last year, there were a dozen states, in addition to the district, that had adopted decoupling legislation, including Alabama. I mention that just because that's a red state.
Republicans who support the legislation say it would allow D.C. residents to benefit from tax breaks on things including no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, American-made car loan interest deductions, and a senior tax deduction. In the district, Mark Seagraves, News 4.
Now the Senate is set to vote on the legislation early next week.